Hey,
I was about to
we gonna get straight into it, man. Hey, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmaker. As y'all know, man, we need y'all to hit that like button. We need y'all to subscribe.
come on,
And
man. Play that
listen,
thing
man,
music, man.
we got one. We got one of them ones, them sleepers that y'all slept on. Y'all gave me a lot of flack last season. You know what I'm saying? But I told y'all this was a really good team. Had a chance to see them when they play versus RDE. A really great team. So, this year, I'm pretty sure that they made better decisions. I mean, not better decisions, but they better moves, got better players, right? And just overall better. So we're gonna go ahead and bring Coach on, man, real quick.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
What's going on, fellas?
Nick in the
Appreciate the
building.
opportunity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Coach, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's the off
Uh,
season, but getting the boys right, locked in. What's been going on? Been
Nothing
catching up
much,
on some
man.
of
You
y'all
already know.
shows.
Just trying to, just bring all the teams that's dogs out. You know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and get these games played. Because to me, it was too many people sitting up there saying that teams are not good because they don't know who they are. So last year, y'all would have fit that category because nobody knew who y'all were. But then when y'all came out and showed that y'all really belong in the arena with most teams, now people got their eyes on y'all. But then they gave me a lot of flack, Coach. They gave me a lot of flack when y'all played that Detroit City Lions, man. And y'all didn't come out with the victory. So they told me, man, you gave Speed Demon too much credit. But go ahead, Coach, man. Introduce yourself.
Please.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Coach Nick Davis. I'm the head coach of the Demons out of Glenville Elite Demons out of Cleveland, Ohio. 10U. Last year we were 9U as a first-year organization. Last year was our first year as an org. So if you would check out our page, you would see how much creative content and how much high-level content and development was being done within a 1 year's time frame. And we jumped right off the porch with it, man. They said,
I didn't know that. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, they said it was an opportunity for, you know what I'm saying? First of all, we're in Cleveland, Ohio. We traveling and competing all across the country with teams that's been established for years now. And, you know what I'm saying? Much credit to those teams. But we wanted to see what that was about. So we out of the Glenville community that has a lot of greats. That's where also Guinea Elite is from. We all out of the same community. But last year was our first year as our own demon organization as non-separate from Guinea Elite.
Got you. All right, so you traveled a lot last season, right?
Yeah.
You end up getting the exposure that you was looking for. Put a lot of people on y'all radar. How would you rate, even though it's the first time that y'all end up playing, right? This first year y'all was together. How would you rate y'all season overall?
I think our season was a major success. You know what I'm saying? We went into the season with an understanding that we wanted to compete at the highest level and go against some of these programs that already was household names. And in order to make our kids the best, we wanted to challenge them to put them in front of it, to know what it took for 10U and 11U and 12U to build what we were looking to with this specific group to be champions at the end of the day. And if you look at any of these other teams' records or careers through the time that they've been playing, they all took their bumps and bruises in their routes of being considered some of the top teams. And in the first year, we hung in there with every single one of them for the most part of it. So we finished the season D1 Nation national champions, beating the Hilltop Hawks 27-0. And we outscored every team down there damn near 150-12. So to be able to even bounce back from a really, to be honest, a disappointing loss to the DCO Lions, and you know what I'm saying, applaud them for being able to come out there and put together a game plan and win. But to be able to bounce back from that and then challenge a team that the CO Sports had number 4 on their independent team in the Hilltop Hawks at the time that we played them for national champions, and to be able to come out with that type of victory just showed the resilience of our boys sticking in it from preseason to postseason. We was playing since June as a first-year team, traveling to Atlanta to play these games. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was an amazing success for us in the first year as an org.
If you had to choose, Coach, maybe one of the toughest team you felt like you seen, because y'all really did play some comp. Who would you say might have been the toughest team y'all was exposed to?
Honestly, I would say if I was ranking the teams, I would still say RDU was a tougher team to me to play than So Icy was, even with the loss to them. And then third, I would probably put the Legacy Tar Heels within that conversation. They're a rival of ours in the state of Ohio. We beat them 21-0 in our backyard. But that's a great team who play a lot of top teams and have a lot of good games with them. So, but when I look and reflect on that, I would say RDU was a tougher team, but So Icy was more explosive, if that makes sense. And when you look back on the So Icy game, in the first half, they scored four touchdowns. The first touchdown was on 3rd and 16. Every time they scored on us was behind the sticks. 3rd and 16, one of the best players in the country, Kazi Harmon, break a tackle, hit it right up the middle for 70. We get the ball, we get 2 first downs, get behind the sticks on a holding penalty, punt the ball. On their next possession, on 3rd down, Kazi fumbles. We recover, score. They call him down. He clearly wasn't down. That's a big to play 7-7 at that point in the game. Nonetheless, they go to 4th down. It's 4th and 16. They score on 4th and 16. Do you know how crazy that is to see? As a coach, that it was so much of a momentum for our guys to be in that moment. And then now you go 4th and 16. You thinking they going to punt. They on the 30. They run it and score a touchdown. All 4 of their touchdowns in the first half of the game was on 2 was on 3rd and long and 2 was on 4th and long. They never sustained a drive.
Yeah.
Second half, 1 touchdown. So to be able to go into the games, review your film, see where you're making your mistakes, see where you can get better as a team, and to play against those type of teams, that's what we were looking for in our first year. We play So Icy again this year. It's not a top team we don't play. We play the 757 Bulls. We play No Limit. We play Legacy. We play So Icy. We setting up with Rare Breed to come here. Real games is being made because at the end of the day, it's about putting our boys to the test and to put that challenge in front of them to have that opportunity. And they good enough to play.
Coach, what's the goal? What's the end like goal as far as like where y'all want to play at? Is it to reach like nationals in December, or is it just to be like the best team in y'all state? What's like y'all main end goal?
The developmental plan is to be the best team in the country. Number one, there is no aiming to be the second best team in the country. You put together a development plan to push your boy to the limit to be the number 1 team year in and year out, and that's why you take these games. It's not about what national you go to. It's about what games are you taking. I don't care about what national you're going to. It's too many good teams all around, from Battle to AYF to D1 Nation to C1N. So now line the games up at the end of the day. Don't worry about going to which national going to have all these teams. Put all of them on the schedule. That's how we view it. So our goal is, one, we never won AYF D2 as an organization, so we have to go do that. It's not about being good enough to be considered a D1 team. Play the D1 teams. You see what I'm saying? So our goal going into this year is to be the AYF D2 national champions come December, and then route of that, schedule our entire season to play the top teams in the country, regardless of division.
So let me ask you this. If y'all, just say y'all end up playing these D1s, right, the national teams, are you guys considering removing yourself from D2 play and go for the, other teams, the YNCs and stuff like that, the teams that go there? Are you just, it's set in stone for you?
So we are going to probably compete in Northern Hospitality is in Cleveland this year, so it's going to be a lot of national matchups here coming to us. D1 Nation is having their national spring games in Canton, Ohio, and a lot of top teams is checking in to come there right now from the 10U division. So between that and YNC preseason, for us, our goal is AYF D2 champions, regardless. With every other national competition, if we could be able to participate in those and win those from a preseason standpoint, and then play ranked teams throughout the rest of our regular season, our developmental plan and our goal for our team and our players don't change because of that.
Y'all going to YNC preseason too?
Possibly.
Okay.
because that's in Bessemer. So we also got to look at our money now.
Yeah.
Still
For
gonna
sure.
be
That's why I'm like, damn,
You gotta
coach,
look
y'all
at it like this.
outside for real.
Go to the Nationals that we already have a line. We already scheduled to come to Atlanta. Me and
Mm.
Kyle locked in. We tap in with each other every few weeks or so to make sure we tap in.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have 2 games in Atlanta during that time. And then we're traveling to DC to play 757 and No Limit in Baltimore.
Coach,
Damn,
have y'all
y'all
added
got
any
a crazy
pieces?
schedule.
Right. Have y'all added any pieces that you feel will take y'all over the top? Now you know I still like my boys, but y'all can compete a little bit more this year. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to see. You feel me? Have y'all
Yeah,
added a
man,
couple?
we definitely added some pieces. Last year we only had 3 linemen. And,
Right.
and 2 of those linemen played both sides of the ball and the entire game, every game. We had 16 players. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We still in Cleveland, Ohio, with a 300,000 people population. We don't got but so much of a pool to choose from. And then when you do, you have programs within the Cleveland market that's not national programs, but have good kids, but don't want to leave their programs.
Gotcha.
So they don't want to put them in the best position for what we trying to do from an exposure standpoint, content, media development. They want to rather be stay over here because this where we from or this our neighborhood team. We trying to do something with a group that understand and want to buy into development and playing on the national level. And we run a free program. We don't charge our parents no money,
What?
Registration and all that.
What?
no registration fees.
That's crazy.
We travel, no registration fees. No money collected from a parent last year. We mandate fundraising and we don't take no registration.
Mm.
Are you for
Vol-
real, Coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach, how the hell is y'all doing that in Cleveland?
Man, when you got a special group and you don't want to half-ass their development, bro, and it's
Mhm.
truly about the kids, that's the only thing that matter.
Right.
We figure everything else out.
Coach, how did y'all what made y'all want to do this? You know, coming from Cleveland, what made y'all say, like, man, we're gonna do something different? Because you know, my mom dude's from Cleveland, man, and I tell her all the time, I don't want to go back up. You know what I'm saying? I want to go back
Shout out
up.
to Mom Dukes.
So I just be trying to figure out what would make y'all say, like, man, we're gonna take some kids and we're gonna go national.
Man, so I was representing professional athletes for 8 years. Travis Kelce was one of my first clients. Worked with Marshawn Lattimore, Denzel Ward, Debo Samuel, and I was traveling a lot. When COVID came, slowed down sports. I had actually moved back to Cleveland full time at that time, and I got a son. My son was living in Atlanta. He's actually on Rare Breed 7v7 team. He start corner Kobe Davis. Y'all ain't draft him, but everybody know he the best in the class.
He didn't
But
get
yeah, so
drafted.
my son was living in Atlanta, and when he turned about 7 years old, and I came back to Cleveland, I pretty much talked to his mom about bringing him back up to stay with me. He wanted to play football, and at that point, it was time for me to make a sacrifice for him to do whatever in my power to make sure that he got the best experience throughout his time. And that's how the Demons came about. And yeah, now we got a 10U team.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do y'all think about expanding, Coach?
No, we can't do it. I don't have enough resources, and I got to
Okay.
work a whole lot more if I'm gonna do that.
And
And
hold on, so you say you only got 10U.
we only have a 10U, so every year
Okay,
we move up with the same group.
got you. So now that's dope, man. So this year though, my expectations is definitely still high for y'all. I think y'all was a really good team.
Hold on, we got a question from Ryan Harris. This is a good question. He said,
What
"How
this one?
was that D tackle compared to the best kids you played against?" So I'm gonna keep it 100. The Detroit Lions had a defensive tackle, bro. He's like Big Mason size.
Mhm.
He's serious. Sideline to sideline kid, chasing plays down. You gotta put a body on him. He was definitely one of the better kids I've seen all year.
Mm.
Damn.
He really liked that though. Y'all gotta check him out. He's serious.
But the
But
other
my
thing, man, we want to make sure that some of the other teams that we can go and kind of dig our way through, as far as the teams that's out there, diamond in the rough. Like, what are some of the teams that y'all play against when y'all at home?
um We kind of breezed through our regular season schedule last year, but we also went in the regular season with a mindset that if we didn't beat every team here by 30, we wasn't ready to be a national team. And we did. We beat every team here that we played by 30.
And y'all end up playing a 10U, correct?
Yeah, we played 2 10U teams on our schedule. We beat them by 30. Yeah, really,
so
all the way up into the So Icy game, we had even a couple top 10 matchups from R&R and things like that, and we beat everybody we played by 20 to 30 ball. Go ahead, give me one.
30
ball. I ain't gonna lie, Coach. I might have been selling y'all short. Yeah. I might have been selling y'all short, dog.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for you to really check us out this year. It's gonna be
man.
He didn't want to because he ain't the one that saw y'all first. So Fanatic, despite he trying to be nice right now, but Fanatic is a speed demon hater. He's not going to give y'all no credit right now. You know, you saying the right
thing. If they beat So Icy, if they beat the So Icies, and my thing is, I know y'all top 20. I know y'all top 25. Like now I'm looking, okay, can they beat the guys? You know what I'm saying? Can they beat the guys?
That's what year 2 was about, man. Being the guy.
Now I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know y'all was first year. I didn't know y'all was first year. Because y'all don't move like a first year program. Y'all don't move like a first year program.
Yeah, so but no, they did it right. They did it smart, man. Traveling and going to where people consider the best teams to be, right? And then y'all play I forget the name. I think what is it? Sports 5 something or whatever, that tournament. Then y'all play versus RDE. Y'all played another team. But that, to me, that's how teams get, notoriety. And then the other thing too, Coach, I don't know who called it, but I felt like in that game, y'all literally shot yourself in the foot. Instead of punting the ball, y'all went for it. It was 0-0. Y'all went for it, didn't get it, and then gave them great field position. And then y'all end up losing. I said, wow. What was that decision? Who made that decision?
You talking about the AYF championship game?
Nah, I'm talking about the game versus the RDE. When y'all
no. So what happened was when they scored, we had 10 players on the field. We were subbing a linebacker off from the far side that was their side when he ran on the field. Now, when we did go for it instead of punting the ball, that was like on the 45-yard line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our punter wasn't gonna be able to punt the ball. Like at that time in the game, he wasn't ready and prepared to punt the ball. We felt like we had a better opportunity to go for it, and we did.
Got you. Okay, so it was one of those type of decisions. I just thought, man, that y'all was just like, man, forget them. They not gonna do this. But then that turned around to be
no. Actually, I take that back. I'm sorry. We crossed the 50-yard line, but then we went back behind the sticks due to a holding penalty. So then it was end up being like 4th and 8 at that time, which put us back behind the 50-yard line on the 48-yard line. The refs came to us and said we weren't allowed to punt the ball because we already crossed the 50. And the rule was that if you crossed the 50-yard line, you couldn't punt. So what
do you think about that rule?
That's some bullshit.
I
like the rule if it's now. It make more sense that if you cross the 40, to me, then you have to go for it. But to cross the 50-yard line, you got to go for it, and you can't be in position to punt the ball. That didn't make sense to us. And that's the first time we heard it. If you replay that back, we sent the punt team out.
Mm-hmm.
And they stopped it and was like, no, y'all gotta punt y'all gotta go for it because y'all already crossed the 50. And that's why we went for it. And then they got the ball, ran 2 plays, 3rd play, we were switching somebody on and off the field, and 24 broke on that same side that the linebacker was replaced on and scored.
Yeah, I don't agree. I don't agree with the fact that, like, even if it's the 40, you still have the option. I don't care what age level it is, whether it's high school, college, or NFL. If you want to punt, you can punt the dang ball. What is it like? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand
to me it's a silly rule. So therefore, I'm not even okay with that because it just don't make sense. Now, if it's one of those situations to where they doing a walk off, okay, I can somewhat agree.
Yeah, but
But
when all special teams is live, it don't make sense.
yeah, it don't make sense at all. You should be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So some rules, man, definitely are made to be broken this year. I definitely hope that that's not something that they plan on implementing because it don't make a lick of sense. A team should be allowed to play however it is they feel that they should play. You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing that I want to say. Listen, we ain't doing no charity this year. We ain't creating no league, no silver, platinum, gold, titanium, vibranium, and all that. We're not creating that. If your team is not good enough to win, then they're not good enough to win. It ain't no everybody winners.
So,
Coach, do they want
tournaments? They got the gold bracket, then the silver bracket.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Coming home
Is
saying
it?
they won the championship.
Are y'all in a league, Coach? And if so, do people still want to play y'all after going national?
So this year, the league kind of expanded. It's like it got a bunch of teams in there from the 10U division, and last year it was kind of hard to get some teams to play. But we should have a lot more teams to where it should be a lot more competitive. It's teams from like Youngstown, which is an hour out, and Toledo, which is 2 hours out, and Columbus is 2 hours out. So when you start getting into some of those areas, you find just kind of like the best team from that area. They usually have like one city team and things like that, so they can go. That should give us some good opportunities. But our season loaded with national games literally every week. Our league allowed us to make our own schedule this year, and so we got our own fields, and they're gonna schedule games around that for us. And we got teams coming up or us going somewhere every other week or so. We only slated to play about 3 teams within the local market.
Wow. So y'all are only going to play about 3 or 4 teams locally. Then all the rest of y'all season is kind of spent just traveling.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Coach. This is what you need to do, Ken. You need to bring the coaches on first before you tell me about the team. Let me learn something about the team first. Because you just letting me see them play so icy and RDU, and then you telling me about good games and all. I don't be caring about that, man. I want to see you win.
Of course, you don't. I try to tell you a good team.
Winning.
I'm telling you a good team so you can go pay attention to, but you are so stubborn that you only mind teams that you discover. And there has been some teams that I let you know about that you try to pretend like you knew about first, which is the Frankfurt Chargers, the Boynton Bulldogs. I mean, there's just only so many of them. But then he got to picks and chooses. I ain't talk about no speed demons or slow demons or this and that. Like, bro,
they lost to RDU and so icy.
Just trust what I'm telling you.
When y'all lost to RDU, Coach, I was like, they got another chance with so icy. And then I think my boy Dakota got hurt, so I really was like, all right.
No, he got hurt. He got hurt against No Limit. He didn't get hurt against us.
Oh, so he was healthy versus y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, look, bro, like they gotta beat so icy or they gotta have a good showing. I ain't like it, Coach. I ain't like it.
So what was
at the end of the day, we gotta take advantage of our opportunities. You know what I'm saying? We gotta win the games.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So they had the moments where they end up losing. Mm-hmm. But what was that like? How did they bounce back? What was the mentality like? How did you end up having a pep talk? What did you have to tell them?
Our boys really get it out the mud. They really like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all still a fresh experience for them. So they never gave up. They came to practice ready to work. They come every day ready to work. You know what I'm saying? They was disappointed in themselves. They was disappointed on being on that stage and performing the way that they performed. So all I'm hearing is they looking forward to it. They looking forward to the season. They looking forward to the rematches. They looking forward to the games. I ain't have to do too much pep talk. They really out the mud babies. Like they was on that.
Barhead Sports says, have they played Dallas Elite or TNT?
Dallas Elite. when we went to Texas, we played a team that had Dallas Elite and somebody. You know, when you go to some championships, they just had anybody helmet on, and we played a Dallas team. We beat them like 30-0, but they had a bunch of Dallas Elite kids on their team. They all had the Dallas Elite helmets on.
So you end up going to, you said the D1 Nation. Right?
Shout out to Harold.
So are you planning on doing AYF? YC?
Yeah, we had AYF.
AYF D2s.
Well, okay, yeah, he already mentioned that, but I think I don't know if he answered the question when I made the statement saying that if they end up turning out to beat all of the top teams, like is
we
that
still got to go get a D2 championship that we feel like we left. And until we do that, I don't feel comfortable with moving up. It don't make sense. We haven't proved nothing. You got to earn everything. We haven't earned that. I don't care if you go out there all season and do it. You ain't earned that. We ain't came back home with no D2 trophy, AYF, in our trophy case. So let's go win D2. Then let's go win D1 again and again and again. So for me, that's what we got to do.
I don't know how I feel about that one though, Coach. If y'all beating everybody, the top teams out there, y'all might be too good for D2, man.
You got to work.
If we was too good for D2, we would have already won it.
Come on.
We lost to a D2 team that didn't even win the championship.
That was last season, right?
That don't make sense. That don't make sense to me. So within our developmental plan, until we prove that to ourselves first, you gotta have a plan for yourself and your team that you can't let nobody change due to how they feel. Line the schedule. Tell me who you want us to play.
Forget all that. Ken, hit the horn.
I ain't hitting no horn. I ain't feeling that right now.
Hit the horn, Ken.
No, I'm not hitting no horn. I ain't listen. If Coach
somebody to jump out the window, they ain't won nothing. That's your pride.
I feel it. However, if you are beating the top guys that you know was spanked D2 teams, right? Because he's talking about something last year. We're talking about this year. If they end up beating these teams, no, bro, it's D1.
Like declare though. It don't work like that.
See the thing about me, man, I'm consistent.
You declare, you be thinking you got all that time to declare, bro. You don't got till October to declare.
Man, no, you don't. We got to declare right now.
You have to declare early. You have to declare now. It's the same thing when you are
Craig, man. I told Craig, he stated that if you want to play, if you're a very good team like that and you want to get into the D1, then yeah, you can still do that. Because I asked him, you remember I asked him on here about, why do teams have to declare D2? Because the Oakland Dynamites were a team, because y'all, Oakland Dynamites, and it was another team that I was speaking very highly of, which they end up laughing at me, after y'all end up losing. But I asked him, why did they have to stay in the D2? He was like, oh, no, they didn't have to stay in the D2. They didn't have to. Like, he could have said, like, nah, we too good for D2. Now, let us play in the D1. He won't resist. So, that's what I got from the horse's mouth.
You do got the option even late to declare D1. But you just have to compete in your state Division I bracket, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, what we've done the last year was, since Legacy was the D1 team and we was the D2 team, and they was already basically off to nationals because it wasn't another D1 team to challenge them in the state. We played after that. But we play every year. You know what I'm saying? Like Columbus and Cleveland type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so for us to declare this year, our AYF charter is much larger. They got the Cincinnati kids now, Columbus, Cleveland, and I think it's the Dayton area too. So when they go in the state playoffs, that would determine who would be the D2 and D1 state champions. And then from there, the D1 go automatically to nationals. They don't have a regional game. Only D2 teams have a regional game, which is what we played DCL in.
Okay. Yeah, I ended up seeing that game, man. I'm not going to, man, I just felt like they kind of dominated that game, Coach. I was shocked.
We got the ball first and was on the 2-yard line in 5 plays and fumbled. We fumbled.
Yeah, I did see that too.
The
I did see that.
very first possession of the game, we ran 5 plays and fumbled on the 2-yard line. They got the ball. They didn't even score. We got the ball again, got the ball passed to the red zone and fumbled again. First 2 possessions, 2 fumbles on the field. So you seen the game.
That too.
We fumbled 3 times.
I seen that. Once
You're
they
not
got
gonna win
going,
at no high level, getting to the red zone, putting the ball on the ground. And these 2 of the best backs that you're gonna see. Fumble on the 2-yard.
When I seen it, I first seen y'all moving the ball. Y'all moving the ball for sure.
Effortlessly. If you said you watched the game, every time we got the ball on offense, we got first downs. We always moved the ball. We turning the ball over. We don't even turn the ball over. When you fumble 3 times.
Yeah, coach. But y'all fumbled too many times. They got going. And then they got going. Once they scored that first touchdown, you know, they was getting that 5, that 10, that, you know,
when they get 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they was picking up some good momentum.
Yeah, they was picking it up. So they, you know, they found you know, a rhythm. And that's what I think that y'all, I'm like, because
mistakes are all a part of the game. So you get the ball first and you fumble on the 2. If you up 7-0, how is that momentum? How is that rhythm of the other team? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, a lot of things play a factor in the course of a game, and we just got to play better. We got to be better, and we got to protect the football.
Mm. And how do y'all rep that, coach? Like, how do y'all go back? Is it a we're gonna watch more film? Is it we gonna implement something? Like, how do y'all usually try to fix y'all mistakes?
Well, I think this year for us, going through those mistakes is what's going to make us the team that we are this year, and them understanding how to handle those moments. And as children, being able to deal with a child and their own emotions through the course of a game when they do make a mistake, because that is a big thing. And to have a group that we did that first year last year and be able to work back with that group through off season and going into this season, learning how to handle our players better and be better coaches to those players too. Because this is my first time coaching. But nobody would tell that based on how we run in the organization and the program. You see what I'm saying? So me understanding how to be a better coach to my group, how to be a better leader to my group, how to control the game better, how to manage the game better. All that's going to be a greater purpose for us as we move forward this season. So I think that's just really what it is for us.
So, like I said, you know I've been rooting for y'all. I let a lot of people know about what y'all was doing. You know what I'm saying? This year,
Bet
what
the
I
house.
would like to see, I would like to definitely see how you guys play against, like I say, the DMV No Limits. These are the teams that
these gonna be fun games. I can't wait.
Yeah, for sure.
We all locked in early too. Like all us and a lot of the top teams, like when you meet other coaches that they got the right plan for their kids from a developmental standpoint, how they trying to coach, what they giving to their boys, y'all all really be on the same page trying to lock in, create them opportunities. And it's been open communication with us and everybody. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff been locked in, getting locked in, and we still working on a few games.
So is Eastside Raiders one of them teams?
I just text Eastside Raiders yesterday. They having something in June.
4 hours.
But we don't start playing until July. So I told them we got some open dates. So let's put something together, but we can't come in June. But they did reach out though. I fuck with the Eastside Raiders. They got a good group over there. We can't wait to get in front of them.
So they have a tough schedule as well. And what are some of the tournaments that y'all looking to play in?
I think they're gonna be in some of the same stuff we in, but D1 Nation Nationals spring, that's the first week of July. Then the second week we play Sturgis Hornets and Brooklyn Chiefs, the 12th and the 13th. Then the next week we in Atlanta, we play So Icy on the 16th. And we're trying to get another game down there. The week after that, I believe we have open. Following that is Northern Hospitality for sure, but that's in Cleveland, Ohio. But the week before that is YNC, if we decide to do that preseason. The week after Northern Hospitality in Cleveland is when we play DMVU and 757 Bulls back to back.
Hey, G Money says, what game are you looking forward to the most this season?
I'm really looking forward. I like the additions that DMVU made to their team. So I'm really looking forward to playing them. You see, they got the kids from PME now. So I definitely want want to play them. I can't wait for that. Definitely always looking forward to coming to Atlanta. Playing So Icy. That was one of the first games that we was able to get back scheduled.
Man, I'm gonna be at Coach. I'm gonna make sure I'm at y'all games.
I can't wait to see you at them games.
Like, I'm at the point. I'm like, Coach Mike got to send a brother a schedule, man. You feel? I'm not a big Cleveland guy, but maybe we might have to figure out a hospitality.
Yeah, definitely gotta make this man a believer. I didn't.
The way Coach talking, I'm like, I gotta see this shit in person, man.
Yeah, this shit for real.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta see this in person.
I got all the lip service. I say, bro, just listen for once, man. They are
the way Coach talking. I need to see this in person.
Hey, Coach, I'm pretty sure you seen a little bit of Fanatics disrespect. But what was your thoughts?
I'm feeling disrespected now. Like Coach talking, man.
I told you I couldn't wait to holler at you too.
I better see some speed demons this year, man.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get you a shirt after the game because we're gonna get you some shirts after the game or something, man.
You feel me? Like, time. Yeah, it's time, man. Second year. You feel me? Like, okay. I'm liking all this talk.
Y'all be talking about all these players y'all like. Y'all don't never be talking about none of my players, but all the teams that y'all like be talking about my players. And so either y'all don't know what y'all talking about or y'all ain't paying no attention to us. So I'm gonna go with B and say that y'all just ain't paying no attention to us.
He has mentioned just like one or two of y'all players a few times. He's mentioned some kids of why y'all name would be Speed Demons. I'll give Ken his props. You know me, man. I'm still a little skeptical. You feel me? But
don't worry.
What I will say is, y'all got some early games where we gonna see.
Yeah, it's up.
We're gonna see even D1 Nation. It's some. We're gonna see if y'all can retain y'all title from the fall. You feel what I'm saying? Be better. Like, cause they watching. These teams hear you saying this. They hear you saying this.
I know I'm saying it to them. I'm saying that to y'all, and they know what's up with us. So, yeah.
Hey, HMB say, I agree with the coach. Just like West Point Patriots won UYFL, then they moved on to AYFD2 in 2024. Damn, Ken. Damn.
When you're already good, I'm bypassing all that. You see, look, even with the Oakland Dynamites, you heard how highly I've been speaking to them the whole season, right? I disagree. I ain't have no more talk, no more conversations. I didn't have nothing else to say once I found out they went to D2. Why? Because I felt like they were a D1 team. See what I'm saying? Even though they did not win the D2. Now, shout out to the Mac Dolphins for winning D2 before they went D1. Coach want to go to D2 route. Cool. However, if they're winning some of these good games, I'm going to disagree. If they're like losing them close, okay, cool. I might accept the fact that they are going D2. You know what I'm saying? I will do that. However, I got to stay consistent with what I've been saying, bro.
So you would want someone to change what the goal is in the middle of the season?
Hell yeah. If you having that type of success, yes.
That's craziness, bro.
Yes.
That is nonsense.
It ain't no nonsense, bro. It's just sometimes, like you mentioned yesterday, bro, you go against your own statement. Sometimes when you realize that you are way better than what you thought you were going to be, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to make that decision, right? You got to make that determination. Like, okay, damn, I didn't expect to be this good, so I decided that I wanted to be D2. But
that's because you're looking at it from a different perspective. You trying to make it based off of if you think you're good or not. It's not about being if you think you can win at that level or not. It's about what's the developmental plan for you and your group of boys. Period. So if you and your group of boys want to put the best teams on schedule and still have your ultimate goal that you never accomplished and accomplish that before moving forward, then that's what you do. And if that's not, then that's your own philosophy for what you want to do. But it don't change how we plan to develop.
If you do it that way, bro, it would be no D2 teams, bro. Because that's the case. River Boys, Detroit City
If
Lions,
that's the
West
case, we
Coast
would already won.
Patriots.
We would already won.
Yeah, nobody. It shouldn't be no D2. It shouldn't be no D2. As a second-year program, they should go D2. That second-year program.
Hey, man. Hey, I feel y'all.
Like you
Right.
making it seem like D2.
You
sweet.
understand? Coach understand his process. He understand what
Yeah,
he
D2
got,
ain't sweet.
right? He's testing the waters, right? And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're having more success than what you expect while testing that water,
The
that
thing
means
is this: we already expect to have that success, or we wouldn't be making the games, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We ain't showing up to see how it turn out. This ain't that. We showing up to win football games, no matter division. I ain't pulling up asking what division are you. I'm pulling up saying line it up. So at the end of the day, AYF D2 is our team goal, but we also have a team goal to be number one, never two. But also every team in front of us, like I said, had their process. Hopefully last year was just ours because now we ready to win every
right.
time we show up. That's the plan. We ain't going into nothing like, all right, well, let's just see how this shit go. I ain't spending money for that.
Right.
Let's be for
But
real.
okay,
This ain't that.
so hear me out now, Coach. Now, I get like just me understanding the process, right? Me understanding because you said this should be your second year.
Yeah.
What I understand now is that when you are good and you beating some of these top teams, and then you go win D2, it's like you're not going to get the credit that you deserve or
But it's not
should.
about getting the credit from
Right,
y'all
it's the
or from
development.
nobody whose opinion it is, because now what you gonna say and we already beat y'all. I don't care how you felt about what we won.
Oh,
This
that's
was our
fact.
process. So
Yeah,
now
that
next year when we come in and we D1 and everybody was talking about last year, yeah, that's the D2 team that beat all the D1 teams, but they still win D2. Who cares? Who cares? We had a team banquet on Saturday, and when my boys they made a video for me just saying how thankful they were for the season, right? And every kid up there was happy that they won a D1 Nation national championship. But in their video, every kid up there said they didn't reach their goal of going to Florida and playing for a D2 AYF national championship. And to hear that from a group of kids individually that ain't even in the same room, I mean, we got to stick to the goal that we never accomplished within the process of being the number one team in the country.
Okay.
The wins don't validate that.
So is the goal ever like a YNC? It's to go to the YNC. So I'm
I'm
be
gonna say this: the goal is the goal is to best position our group of boys to monetize their long-term brand value and establish them. And in order to do that, you have to create proper content and understand how to monetize that content and put them on the platforms that's going to give them the opportunity of high-level exposure. That's what we do.
okay,
here.
Coach. Okay, Coach. Let's
So
talk
yes,
then.
so
Coach.
yes,
Yeah.
so yes, in the process of doing what we doing and building how we building, we want our name on one of everything. We want our name on a D2 AYF, a D1 AYF, a YNC title. These are things we want to experience and have for our group of boys to always say we did that.
Hey, you speaking my language now. Everything, look, I ain't got nothing else to say after that. Because that's what I've been telling people that I need from coaches in today's time. So, yes, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what matters, their development, far as success, the branding, right? Putting them in the right position and all that stuff. Bro, yes, okay.
And that's what we about. We about
Yes,
taking
sir.
each player, creating a platform for them, allowing them to really start having their own identity, allowing them to further their content, get further exposure, create network. We travel for these places for them to increase their network, because when they grow up, I want you to know as many people as possible. So we trying to put our guys in the right opportunity to be seen the right way, to show up the right way, to look the right way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we about.
All right. Ballhead Sports says, what about Oak Cliff Titans? He said they won the UIFL.
I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah, they're a good team.
All right.
Yeah, they for sure. Man, see, this man go, man. Tri-City Bulls, he said out of Orange City, Florida.
Tri-City, man. Shout out to Florida.
You heard of them, Fanatic?
Yeah, they got a long way to go though.
Hey, HMB says he said I like how Coach talking. Win AYFD2 first. Kevin, he says VA Georgia. Shout out to them.
Oh yeah, the VA Seahawks is now the 757
I mean
Bulls.
VA
They changed their
Seahawks. I'm
name.
sorry.
That's who we
VA
playing.
Seahawks. Who is that?
The VA Seahawks is the old 757 Bulls. They not the
Gotcha.
757 Bulls no more. They the VA Seahawks.
He says, I agree with the coach. Just like Westport Patriots won UIFL, then move on to win to AYFD2 in 2024. So yeah, man, I don't know, bro. Maybe I might have a change of heart.
Yeah, man, we gotta go get our bike back, man.
And the Westport Patriots, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The team that gave them the hardest game of nationals was Detroit City Lions. Everybody else, Oakland Dynamites, 30 ball. You know what I'm saying? Secret Society Panthers, 13-0. Like, so I don't know, man. It might be some smoke in Michigan because I didn't even think about that till recently when he just said it. But yeah, Detroit City Lions gave them the best game. Like, and Westport Patriots, they literally ran through D2 last year. They ran through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually interested to see if they go back D2. If they go back D2.
Yeah, no, they gotta go D1 now. If you win D2 at that point, then it don't really.
You might as well go, but you'll be shocked, coach. It's teams that'll win 3-4 D2s, man.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So let's talk about that real quick.
Because
coach, you win D2, you gone next year, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because I'm really taking a shot at my guy, Powerhouse Elite.
Yeah.
They won D2 last season, and now they're talking about going back to D2, bro. That right there,
yeah, that's crazy.
It ain't nothing you gonna tell me to make me understand that. Nothing.
This for sure, man. This for sure, man.
I think maybe I was kind of tying that into what you were saying.
You were, bro. You were.
No, I can't stay there though.
Yeah.
You definitely were.
No, the goal is to get in and out of there. If we would have been able to take care of business last year, then we would already been gone this year, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not what happened.
For sure. Yeah, man. So like y'all definitely got the schedule. Y'all got the right schedule. Damn, it seems like every week is gonna be crazy. Hey, shout out to Yoshi, man.
I can't wait, man.
Yoshi and them, he said they building it brick by brick.
Hey,
Derek he said, I like the way this coach talk, man. Salute. Hey,
we like 2 months out now, man.
Y'all
everybody about 2 months out before they start.
Coach, when do y'all start with like a 7-on-7? Do y'all start with like just straight OTAs, conditioning?
We start 7-on-7 next week. Well, my son play for Rare Breed 7-on-7 right now. Mm-hmm. They want to see one in. Shout out to them boys down there. My boy V Dallas, coach down there, Rare Breed, all that. Shout out to them. But locally in Cleveland, our boys start next week in 7-on-7. It'll be cold up here, man. We gotta wait to get outside.
Oh, Lord. That's no count out, bro. You feel me?
We start 7-on-7 next week, and that's only for 5-week periods. But then as soon as you get first week of June, you got to go right into real training camp, 4 days a week type thing. If you a national team, that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I see they got some teams playing Memorial Day weekend. That's next month. So, I guess the earlier for some teams that's on that type of schedule, the better. But I don't like to really get into no games until July. I feel like anything else too early. Unless you in spring ball, that's a different situation.
So will y'all be considered like independent, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna ask, because some teams can't play until July because of recreational rules. You know what I'm saying? They can't get their jerseys at that time.
And I think some of those rules is state-based too. Like I think Ohio, one of those states. You see, Ohio just cleared high school 7-on-7. We ain't had 7-on-7 before. All the top players from Ohio be going to like Fast Houston and SFE type teams. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that we actually allowed to until the first week of July.
Okay, damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
How do you feel about 7-on-7? And then we're gonna get to this question positive here.
I think I like how defensively it allows you to teach your coverages and teach them how to drop in coverage and where they should have their eyes at. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the corner, if I'm in cover 3, I'm reading the slot guy, or if it trips here, I'm reading the inside man to make sure no corners over the top. All those type of small intangibles to the game based off position, alignment. I think those things matter within it when you're playing teams that's running real formations. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, with a quarterback, it just allows you to get the time with him to start having that clock in his head that he needs to get the ball out of his hands and going through progression. And I think that's real important. Besides that, you got a lot of people out there, especially when you playing in 10U divisions, who got kids playing in 7-on-7 that don't really even play contact football. And then you got 7-on-7 All-Americans that ain't really like that in pads because they sweet. So
does it translate to you? Does it translate?
For certain positions, yes.
Okay.
I do think it translates.
Well, it doesn't even matter to me.
Yeah, we've been having this debate. I'm big on 7-on-7. Yeah.
With me, coach, I don't think people move the same way in out the pads than they do in pads.
Only time I have a problem with the 7-on-7 is when you just got people that's not really running or teaching true to the game. Like, if you in 7-on-7, be in real defensive sets to be coaching your boys up, be in real offensive sets to be coaching your boys up. That's development. If you just out there for the sake of trying to win the 7-on-7 game, so you in weird formations, and you know what I'm saying, at that point, it's not in the best benefit of the kid.
Yep.
Positive Care got a question, man. I want to get to him. He says, Coach, what additions do you have to the team, and how do you think they will push your team to the next level?
We had 3 linemen last year that played the game, 4 games, every game. Shout out to them. But this year we brought in more beef. We got some big boys up front that we looking to develop going into training camp. Picked up a few more skill guys as well. So just looking to really gel our team, create a better team chemistry, and be bigger up front, because we were small up front. Our center small, he wasn't even center size, and then we had our 2 other biggest guys at guard right next to him that also played D tackle, and that's a crazy beating when you playing top teams in the country and you ain't coming off the field. So to be able to have better, we need depth, and to be able to create and have that depth going into this year, I think can make a bigger difference to allow our players to be more fresher down the stretch of games.
Coach, are these kids that came to y'all, or are these kids that you went and recruited?
These are kids that came to us. Okay. Some kids and it's hard to really recruit kids out here because people are so territorial about their programs, and they ain't trying to hear what you trying to have going on for the sake of their child, for the better development and progression of that kid, because they so stuck on trying to be where they at just to say they there. Whole time, you should have sent your best player over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real. So if you're a father and you looking at programs in our community, no program is traveling, and no, you paying to be at your program, and y'all ain't even winning games. We got free registration. We really developing. We really creating a culture, really traveling, creating experiences on behalf of these boys. But you don't want your child to have those experiences just for the sake of saying that you didn't leave the team that you at. You 10 years old.
It's crazy.
It don't make sense. Like,
it don't.
So what's best for the kid at the end of the day, if your goal for your child is to play on stage and to get that exposure, to be a household name through this youth community, because at the end of the day, it translates to their network long term.
Hey, you know what I like what you said, Coach? I like when you mentioned earlier, right? You talk about the brand and putting them in the best position and stuff like that. To be honest, man, what I think moving forward, what needs to happen is the parents need to become aligned with what the coaches need. Just in general, they need to become more knowledgeable about the game, because like I think it transcended to the NILs and all this other stuff. So it's more than just X's and O's that you need to know, right? I think the parents need to know a little bit more due to the fact that there are opportunities for the kids to get exposure, NILs and stuff like that, right? To where they can put their focus on that and let you guys coach the way that y'all supposed to. And they're doing the business side of things, you know, but it only can come when you understand business.
Right.
A lot of these parents don't understand no form of business. So therefore, their whole sight is focused on their child to the point where they interfere with what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the focus need to be redirected for a lot of these parents, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them are making some weird decisions, and they're doing things that people did back when they were young.
Mhm.
And stuff, you
No,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And time has transcended since then.
Man, I'll say that the group of parents that I have, man, with the 16 kids that we did end up having, they were completely bought in. They do any and everything we ask them to, um, from giving when they don't got to give because we don't ask them for nothing, but making sure that our boys is wherever we need them to, whether it be off season training, whether we feel like they should be in wrestling, track, 77. It's literally not a battle. It's hey, we need this done, and they there. When it's coming to the development, they trust in the development. You know what I'm saying? We've been traveling, going to different colleges. We done been to Alabama, Auburn. Um, we done been just all around, man, just trying to create different opportunities for those boys. And our parents see that. Our parents see that.
Hold on, Coach. We can't go out. You said y'all done been to colleges at 9?
Yeah. We've been to Baylor. We went to Alabama. We went to Auburn. Went to Ohio State.
That's man. Hey, he said I like 7-on-7 when you really coaching it. Uh Drico said he says, wait, you allow those kids to play with another team for 7-on-7.
Yeah, I don't care who my boys play for on 7-on-7. That don't make me no difference. It's
So
just
your
all
kids
development to me.
compete too?
My parents is bought in, so my kids ain't leaving and going nowhere that's gonna betterly support them than we already do.
So when y'all lost coach, did you have any parents trying to quit?
No.
That's dope.
Oh, no, coach.
HMB said he says how close in proximity are they to Teddy Jen or
Ted Ginn Jr.'s organization. We practice on the same field.
Damn, shout out to Ted
Coach
again.
Ted coaches his boys too. He out there every day. Shout out to Ted.
says, man, coach talking that talk. And then yeah, he went to Baylor. He says it's dope. Congrats, Nick.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm shocked when y'all lost games and traveled. Not one parent said we quit. We supposed to win.
I can see why though, Fanatic. I can see why because who else is doing what he's doing?
Bro,
Who else is traveling, bro?
Don't care about that.
Here's why I understand a lot of those kids are going to be successful, bro. Like I told you, remember I told you yesterday, it took me to go to Atlanta the first time, even though it was a culture shock for me, right? But it took for me to see something that was happening that was different from the norm that I was used to. When these kids go out and they're actually getting to see other states and things like campuses and people, you know, out there like in college, and you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody having to worry about this person, bro. It kind of expands people, you know, like their horizon or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Because they see it. It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? You sometimes you got to see that in order to understand that's the accurate, you know, there's a lot of people out there, you know, that are doing right, that are, you know, being successful without the, you know, the drama that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So seeing is believing.
I'm still shocked, man. I'm shocked, man. I don't
Yeah,
know what coach found these parents at, but these parents ain't real, bro.
No, man, they know we got all our boys' best interests, bro. We just trying to put them together and get them to school, man.
So let's talk about y'all core, the core. I think with your running back, your receivers, quarterback, like they're still there, correct?
Yes. Everybody
Okay.
came back.
Okay, so have you added any more players that's just as dominant as those players?
Yeah, we got a few players that I'm really looking forward to seeing compete in camp. And man, we work our boys, man. Them boys be working. You know, we try to push them to the limit to to the quit limit. I gotta see it. I gotta see what's your breaking point. And our boys, they fight that, and that's why being a demon ain't for everybody. So going into this year and really we got a lot of good pieces from some good teams around the city that was probably some of their better players or best players. So, but I've heard that before, and we had some kids come over, and when it was time to compete, they weren't competitors. So you get kids that come from other programs, and you can't even talk football terminology to them, but they've been playing for 3 years, was the best player over there, but don't know no football. So it's like what they've been teaching you. So to be able to work through some of those things and just push some of those boys and really see how we can get the best out of them, I'm looking forward to seeing how we can push them past how good they were last year.
Cole, how do you deal with a parent that might feel like, man, my child ain't getting the ball enough around here?
I lost one kid last year because of that. But the kid really wasn't a running back. Parents don't understand development or who their child is. So when you saying that your child is this and we giving him every opportunity, because when you come to the Demons, we going to give you every opportunity to show us who you are. If you say you run the ball and your parents say you run the ball, I'm going to guarantee you for weeks at a time, we're going to put you in position where you get the opportunity to show that you're a runner. And if you don't do that, I'm going to figure out where you best fit for our program. And parents have to be able to accept that.
For sure. All right. DT says, Coach Nick, come on the War Zone. That's a big tournament that they usually have
in Georgia, right?
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, that's a big tournament that they usually have.
Yeah, I like Warzone. I think I checked them out last year. They had Maryland Elite in there and some other teams. Yeah. I'm up on all the teams. I'm a football guy, so I'll be watching everybody.
That's July 16th through July 20th.
We down there anyway. So if Icy in it, or if they get in it, then we can just Warzone it.
Wait, so what weekend are y'all down here, Coach?
Icy July 16th.
Damn. Hey, DT.
All right, DT.
Friday night, DT. Come on, bro. What we got to do, bro? Come on.
Well, I'm already coming down there.
Yeah.
I'll be there that weekend.
Come on, bro. He said
Friday night.
Friday night. What are we doing? I'm not going to lie, Coach. Like, a Friday night Warzone is one of the biggest. Yeah, that's one of the biggest, to me, events ever. Like, some of the best games I've ever seen were Friday night Warzone games. So
he said we can make it happen. He said 9:00. You know, those are usually the big games.
Give DT, y'all get DT I'm gonna send y'all my stuff right now. Y'all give him my contact, and we'll make it happen. We down there that weekend.
Friday night. Coach Cal, hey, I ain't gonna watch Cal.
T-shirts,
I'm losing.
Bring, for sure, bring something, man. Hey, look. I want one of them jerseys though, man, so I can hang up on the wall.
All new shit this year. It's going.
Hey, man, look, that last year stuff, man. You know, hey, listen, I'm trying to fill this background up with real players' jerseys.
No, I got something for you. I got something I'll send in. I got something.
Yes, sir. That's all.
Make that call to Kyle, man.
He says 5K folks out Friday night. He says I'm gonna call Cal now.
You know, there it is.
While we on it, Coach, you don't got to give me the sauce, but what is one way that you feel like this is how we can beat So Icy? With all that speed they got, and they loaded up with even more speed, what's one way you like, you know what? This is how we have to play to beat So Icy.
We got a tackle on 3rd and 4th down. It was not one time in the first half where they scored, where they were they were over 4th and 10. Literally every time it was 3rd and 12, 4th and 16, 3rd and 18, and 4th and 12. Which means even if you listen to the commentary of the game, they talk about how on the first downs of the game, we were always flying around, wrapping up, making tackles. And then here and there, big mistakes. And you can't get them type of athletes, that type of play, to miss a tackle, which we did in those later down situations. I think that we can correct those mistakes. I think we'll be better athletically on defense to be able to move sideline to sideline to cover that space and make the plays that we need to make. And offensively, I think we'll be at a much better rhythm with a second-year quarterback going into the second year. Our quarterback never played quarterback before. He threw for over 1,500 last year. He was nice. So his development throughout this offseason has been amazing. With 7-7, he's been throwing it around for in the leagues that he's been playing in and some of the red zone and pylon tournaments. So I'm just looking forward to our offense to be a lot more explosive than it was last year, and it was already pretty explosive.
So, hey, Coach, I do want to ask this question. So, after you end up playing versus RDE.
Oh, DT say Kyle say it's locked. There it is. We was already scheduled.
Hey man.
Game set right here. Game set right here on the National Sports Chat.
Oh, matchmaker.
Matchmaker.
Matchmaker. Oh, matchmaker. That's why we call it matchmaker. That's why we call it matchmaker, man. We just trying to make the games happen, man.
That game right there, bro.
Oh, that's what
Hey,
but
look, Coach, you already look. I already got the same. I told people about y'all. I got y'all. You know, being one of them teams, man. All I need y'all to do is make me look good, cause they ready to jump on me right now. They ready to. They already told me I'm tripping. They already told me how I didn't pick Speed Demon for this and that and Oakland Dynamites. They ready to get me. They ready to talk bad to me, man. I need y'all
though. They ready to do that for you, but my calendar open, so just hit my line. You know what I'm saying? And it's just straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody be talking about they doing this now. I ain't seeing people really leaving their backyards. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So talk to me when y'all really ready to make some moves and you know what I'm saying, hit some backyards, because we pulling up. So I'm sure we close to cities. Anybody you talking about, everybody know how to get in contact with us. Any coach that you done had on here or talk through here or top program in the country ain't gonna never tell you they talk to me and we ain't want smoke. So at that point, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, man. Look, I knew something was gonna come from it. You know, a lot of game. Y'all got a lot of game. Coach told y'all how I think most coaches should move, as far as, you know what I'm saying, with the kids. You got to have a plan for the kids. And despite how much I try to get Coach off his square to get off that D2 route, Coach had a plan. But if Coach don't have a plan, I'm able to convince him not to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's why a plan is important. You feel what I'm saying? That's why, you know, having a direction and all that stuff. That's very important, man. But nah.
Coach, do y'all have middle school? Before we leave, I want to know, Coach, do y'all have middle school ball?
They do have middle school ball, not directly in the city of Cleveland, but in the suburb areas of Cleveland, they got city football.
Okay. I'm just wondering how long y'all might go to.
So we're gonna go to the 14U like the Guinea Elite did. You know, they 13U won YNC, and then they 14U lost YNC.
For sure. As Coach Blue say, he said all this for second place.
Hey, when we start, listen, I don't bring up Bessemer because that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, we've been in conversation too. They was trying to get us down there to July 12th weekend, but we couldn't come that weekend. We already had something scheduled, and we've been talking about doing something in October.
Stay away from that, Coach. Stay away from that. Everybody else,
we got to see everything, man.
No. See, that's everything. This is this is what my problem is in 2025. I'm not going to compare anybody.
It's a slight chance that they might be in at the D1 Nation preseason, from what Harold said.
Mm-hmm. Coach, if that's the case,
and
y'all better be there, because that means
we've already talked about going to Canton.
That happened.
If Bessemer's in Canton, I got the slippers in the car, man. You know what I'm saying? Because
shout out to them and what they doing for sure. We definitely want to see them, and definitely want to see what it's about.
Hey man, I can't wait. But shoot, man, I'm gonna read this last one. Well, for you, he says I'm watching. Bro, this dude back again.
Oh man, what's going on?
Hey, this dude.
We got a little troll that like to come in, man, for sure.
He said Dallas Cowboys. But yeah, man, Coach, we definitely, appreciate you coming on. But hey, man, is there anything you want people to know about Speed Demon this season, this year, what to expect? Just the direction in general.
No, man. We just want to show up and let our game do the talking for us this year. We feel like we made a lot of noise in our first year. That's how we made it to this platform. So shout out to y'all.
For
And
sure.
shout out to my parents and my kids, man. We just want to put the work in and continue to do things the right way. And at the end of the day, position them for the tomorrows. You know what I'm saying? So continue to just do right by them through content, through development, and showing them the way and creating these opportunities for them and being on these platforms in order to do so and talk about them and they talent. So, yeah, man, no, we just want to show up and play this year. We're going to have the content. You're going to see us anyway. You're going to hear it because we're going to be winning.
For sure. But we definitely gonna need do y'all got anybody filming y'all games?
Yeah, we huge on the media, so we have about 2-3 people at the game filming for us.
Okay, because I'm gonna need to connect with them because like what I want to do, man, is I want to post some of the highlights and just stuff that like scores and stuff that been going on.
Yeah, we just had a meeting actually about just stepping up our content to a higher level this year. We want our stuff to be real professional looking and have real high camera quality on our videos and pics. So it's gonna look a lot better than it even did last year.
Absolutely. But yeah, coach, man, definitely keep us posted on what's going on. I definitely need you to make this man right here, excuse me. This
Hey,
man
man.
right
I see
here.
my guy.
He can beat some so
Yes,
ice.
sir. That man right there.
Man. Yeah, we're gonna make some believers. I'm gonna see y'all soon because we just got a game scheduled on Matchmakers. You feel me? So it's up. I appreciate the opportunity, man. I appreciate the recognition, allowing me to speak on behalf of our program and our team. And thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Coach Nick.
All right.
Hey, man. Can we give a round of applause, Ken?
Hey.
I'll take the horn. I'll take the horn.
Yes, sir.
I don't give a lot of praise, bro, to people, bro. But if you want to make a believer out of me, if you want to make a believer, because I don't believe none of this jive stuff, bro. I don't believe none of this jive stuff y'all be on. You want to make a believer out of me, bro? That's how you do it. That's how you do it, bro. You come on the show, bro. Come on the show. Tell me what you gonna do. Tell me your. Then when you tell me your stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all how we know this dude legit. T Streets ain't even trolling. T Streets ain't even troll. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find. T Streets actually gave the dude props.
Hey, and that's very unlike
like T Streets, bro. We talking about the streets.
Yeah,
we talking about street. Street said, "Hold on, wait a minute, free salute." This man ain't never saluted nobody in AYF, bro.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to get some information out of T Street, man. What is it that he's saying, hey, coach? Because I think T Street only said one thing. He said "slow demon." That's it. And then he said he was joking though. But outside of that, man, he saluted what Coach was talking about. That's how you know, man, when a person recognized a coach, real coaching. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for coming on. And just letting us know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying, within the program and giving us a little bit of insight on what they're doing, man. But now they gotta show improve, man.
Yeah, they gotta win.
Gotta show improve. They get a chance to get their bike back on Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Friday Night Lights at 9:00.
I'm not
Speed Demon versus So Icy.
Bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. There is nothing. I pray that game happened, bro. I pray, bro. There is nothing that could stop me from seeing that game Friday night, bro. There is nothing, bro, that could stop. I don't care what other game going, bro. I pray this one. I'm talking DT. Please don't have no game going on at the same time. Like I remember that one year, bro. DT had, and I don't know, you was there too. The sprinklers came on, I think, but it was Georgia Eagles versus Twin City on this field. Then on this field, it was RDU versus Rare Breed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, bro, like Negroes had to make like real life decisions, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even want to have to make a life decision, bro. Like that's how freaking good it was. So, yeah, man. He said
Yeah.
Hulk Boys versus Speed Demons in July, and Hulk Boys versus So Icy. Yeah, we're gonna see what the Hulk Boys got, bro. Like, you know what, man? I'm finna say something. Ken, I'm about to say something.
Okay.
Why AYF outside?
AYF definitely outside. They trying to. They definitely coming outside.
You know what I'm saying? It sound. Hold up. Let me see, man. Let me pull up some Generation Next, bro, because I'm gonna keep it a stack. If I see some funny bunny stuff where we inside, because I ain't seen no Georgia Eagles schedule. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't heard nothing, Ken. I ain't heard nothing. All I saw was an Instagram post. I ain't seen no schedule. Ken. So I just feel like we letting these dudes on the hook around here. We letting Georgia Eagles on the hook. I ain't seen no schedule. You seen the schedule?
Georgia Eagles, what age? Is it 12U or
10U?
Hey man, I don't know.
They put on social media, they ain't went nowhere. I ain't seen no schedule. I love my RDU folks, but hell, outside the damn rep breed, I ain't seen no schedule, bro.
Okay. Hey man,
they third place champions last year.
I ain't seen the RDU schedule. I ain't seen RDU schedule.
I ain't seen no schedule, bro.
Only team, really.
You say they third best team in the country. I ain't seen no damn schedule, bro.
Hey, the only team that I seen the schedule on so far was So Icy, really.
Hey,
what?
Hey.
What?
Cole, I ain't saying Cole Mark every damn night. I don't know about 3 games he ain't gonna play. I ain't seen no schedule, bro. I ain't seen no schedule. I ain't seen no schedule.
Hey.
All I know is random days.
So ain't nothing locked yet.
I ain't seen no schedule. You seen the schedule?
I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it.
I heard about RDU, So Icy, and Bessemer, and all them games local. Huh? All them games. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all, bro. If teams from Ohio, Philly, Texas, if they come all through Georgia and Alabama and they win some stuff, I don't care who beats who. If teams that travel wins more games, I don't give a damn about no Reb Reed beating So Icy and this team and that team, and I don't care about none of that. If teams travel and win games, them teams getting ranked over her, they getting ranked. I'm not ranking no guys over nobody. Now, if them teams come down here and lose, that's a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's a different conversation.
Okay.
But if them teams is traveling and winning, I know y'all ain't beating Bessemer. Ain't nobody beating Bessemer. That's
so after all these, we had some AYF teams,
bro.
AYF teams, right?
Come on, bro.
Who do you have the most believe in? We're gonna even include Coach Melvin. What team did you have the most believe in that would get the job done as they proclaim?
I don't know, man.
We had Eastside Raiders. We had.
I can't believe in them because they play Bessemer.
We had Houston.
I can't believe it. You play Bessemer.
Houston Wolfpack. We got we got who else we got?
I can't believe in no team that play
Coach Al with DMVU, right? So what's the team that's more likely to come and pull it off? We had the Blackhawks, North Philly Blackhawks, 10U.
You know damn well I don't believe in the North Philly Blackhawks. I just don't get me back in trouble with people that I already dig myself out of a hole by mentioning their name. You know damn well I don't believe. Don't do that, bro.
That ain't what you said when Coach was on here, though.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. They're gonna be straight. But you said who do I believe will be the best out of all? Come on, bro. They're gonna be straight, but they ain't gonna be the best out of all, bro.
Okay, that's why I'm asking you. We had at least 6 teams on here that said that that they're gonna be them guys. And I was trying to figure out which one you believe the most.
team that I believe the most will be those guys that has an actual chance to compete and win something.
And that is
the Mac Dolphins.
The Mac Dolphins.
They were on the show.
They not the they
AYF and they were on the show.
And they won it. I think they hold on. Was this on the off season?
They came on the show during the off season.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
I ain't gonna lie. I think you took the safe way. That's hella funny to me, bro. We're gonna take them out of the equation, bro.
Wow.
Bro. You went the safe route.
Okay.
What's another team, man?
Out of teams we've had on the show that I believe can actually come and win something. It's hard, bro, because I don't. If I'm not bringing Bessemer into the equation, I will honestly have to say it's my guys in Gorilla Mob.
It's Gorilla Mob. Okay, I bet.
I believe that we kind of disrespect. I ain't gonna say we. It ain't us, but I believe people disrespecting Coach Pops. And I think, okay, cool. They may go back AYF. But if Coach Pops do like he said he gonna do, because Coach Pops said he was gonna be outside. He said he was gonna leave Texas. If he does that, I believe Coach Pop can knock off some teams, bro. Because regardless, sometimes winning a championship solves all. Whether it's not as Y&C matters. Like it's like Coach just said. A lot of times that stuff matters to the outside people. You feel what I'm saying?
I didn't even think to put Coach Pop in there. Coach
Yeah,
Pop is already established to us.
Not, but to us though. Think about how many people that came on the show and said and talked crazy about Gorilla Mob. Think about it now.
About Gorilla Mob though. Hey, also too, man. Wednesday we got Coach Batman coming on. We got Coach Batman. This time I will actually be live in the building with Coach Batman. So make sure y'all definitely tap in Wednesday for sure. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Fanatic.
But think about how many times people come on here and say, oh, Gorilla Mob ain't, you know what I'm saying? Gorilla Mob, man. They had to go over there and blase. Like, we still talking about a team that's been to championships, that's been to Y&C championships. Like, not a team. See, and I think that's what a lot of people get confused, because they may beat Gorilla Mob. Okay, cool. You beat, but you ain't never been to a Y&C championship game. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when it come down to it, you ain't never got there before. You feel me? Like, so a lot of times I think people take losses and stuff, and it gets to their head and they forget who somebody really is. And again, bro, Coach just showed y'all a lot of times, bro, the outside noise, even with the Bounty Boys, when they came on, what the kids said, bro. The kid even said, I feel like we are the national champions. I don't care if it's Y&C or AYF. So all you need sometimes is to win one. Get the monkey off your back, win something. Now that they won something, I think that elevates them, bro. Then I think Coach Melvin team does two things. Either they take them down or they elevate their play. I believe Coach Melvin is going to elevate Gorilla Mob, bro. Because now you done got Coach Pop back in the bag. You feel what I'm saying? Now he got an in-state rivalry again. How you gonna say you want to play national?
You said it ain't no rivalry.
Who? Coach Pop?
No, I'm saying you said so, because I mentioned some teams and talked about a rivalry, and you said that it ain't a rivalry.
It's not a rivalry to me because they ain't won nothing.
I know. So why you say it's a rivalry?
Speaking for Coach Pop. If I'm Coach Pop, I'm thinking this dude going around talking crazy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to knock his head off and I'm going to show the world. Now, the people again, me and you already believe in Coach Pop and Gorilla Mob. But I'm looking at what I've heard people say literally all off season. I mean, they had to go over there. They can't get it done over here. Negro, they been getting it done over here. What the hell are y'all talking about?
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think, honestly, Coach Pop is somebody who people are sleeping on. He's become underestimated. Gorilla Mob ain't getting the respect they deserve. You know, even when we start talking number 1, 2, and 3 team, people act like they don't deserve to be 1, 2, or 3.
Right.
which is
Yeah,
crazy.
for sure. Yeah, they definitely. You see,
Think about this, bro. People aren't saying they don't deserve. People have said the ranking should be Bessemer, RDU, the old Georgia Falcons, So Icy, and all. You feel what I'm saying? What the hell is good? They ranking Gorilla Mob 6, 7, and 8. What the hell is we talking about?
Yeah, they definitely ain't that.
Come on, bruh. Gorilla Mob, one of the most slept on teams in the age group. People is ranking Rare Breed over Gorilla Mob.
I'm not one of those people.
Me either. But think about people who dropping the top teams. People are ranking Rare Breed, never played a game, over Gorilla Mob.
Well, they technically have played a game, just not under
Man,
the umbrella.
them kids have never played a game, bro. Because there's kids on that team that was on So Icy last year. They didn't play with them. There's kids on that team that was on Georgia Falcons. They never played a game with them. They've never played a game. We don't even know if Coach Mark's system will work for those kids.
Yeah, that's facts.
We've seen some of those kids be in systems that don't fit their playing style. So we don't even know if this system will work.
That's accurate. That's why I made the statement.
By Gorilla Mob, hey, bro, Gorilla Mob dangerous. You know, I would say Frankfurt, but they coming down here to play Rare Breed. Now, if they was coming down here to play YJB, I would say Frankfurt. They don't knock everybody's head off when they come down here. But they coming down here to play Rare Breed. I can't go against them.
I think they are going to still play YJB.
Okay, but we know they're going to knock their head off.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
See, hey, there go that. There
Hey,
you go.
Hey,
there you go.
I've never seen Frankfurt play live. Ask me what the score is.
What's the score?
30 ball. 30 ball. 30 ball. 30 ball.
hey, that's a lot of conviction within that. You ain't said 30 ball like that in a minute. You truly believe it's gonna be a 30 ball?
I've only ever seen them play on a computer. Shout out to YJB. Shout out to Central DeKalb. I'm from the East Side. I fool Central DeKalb. But this man put a target on y'all back, bruh. Y'all can thank him for what Frankfurt is going to come down here and do to y'all, bruh.
Damn,
I don't want them to do it. I don't want to go against the East Side. But this man is walking around talking about y'all deserve, y'all like y'all future. Y'all just deserve it. No, bruh. So now Frankfurt has to come 30 ball, y'all. And when it happens, I'm not going to even come on the show and say anything. I'm going to allow you to do what you do that night. This is what I'm going to do. Are you done? I'm ready to move to the next subject.
Hey, man. Okay, so then if it's close or they end up winning, hey, I mean, you're gonna definitely
you
talk
said
about
if it's close, it's crazy. Like that's crazy, bro.
Hey,
you want me to respect the team for keeping a game close? It's crazy.
I ain't that, bro. Look, they last season that very great team of Rare Breeds, right? The 9U, now 9U, they end up losing to that YJB team. I know you saying that it's local and all this other stuff, bro. Like they are a really good team, bro. Once you realize that,
I feel like they are a good team, a good local team.
Okay. They still playing at home, bro. So it's still like some level of comfort there. Now, if they were going out there to play Frankfurt,
a national champion at home, bro. They ain't never played nothing like this before.
Yeah.
They ain't never played nothing like this before, bro. They ain't just playing anybody at home, bro. They playing a national champion at home, bro.
Yeah, brother. If you say so, man. If you say so.
That was a great question, man. So, I got to ask, I'm going to flip it back on you because the people have said lately that you straddle the fence. The people have said lately that you no longer speak your mind. You try to make all the teams happy. So we're going to see if you've changed or if this is the new national sports chat.
Hold on, wait. You didn't peek my live today? Did I look like that I was holding back?
I'm going to see.
Oh, no. Hey, you missed it. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Not that one. Hold on. Stop pressing. I told people He's back. He's back.
Let's see.
Ain't nobody getting a pass, including Fanatic.
Who is the sleeper team that's came on the show that's going to shock the world?
I will let you know my sleeper team when I see the first.
No. We're not doing. We're going strict because you want to do rankings, so we can't do ranking.
Okay.
You want to do rankings, right?
My
So
sleeper
you got to go
team-
strictly off paper.
My sleeper team will be. I got a couple of them.
No. See, there you go, bro. There you go, bro.
What?
There you go. Already on the board. I got a couple teams. No, one team, bro. One
Hey,
team.
what's up, Coach Cal?
That's crazy. Hey, Coach Kyle. Friday, Warzone, Speed Demons. They said it's not like it was last year. Don't come thinking it's the same team it was. Coach Nick came. He said, if you thinking that it's gonna be the same crap you had, that's dead. That's what I heard. I don't know what you heard, but that's what I heard.
Hey,
he said that's dead. They gonna build their name off y'all back. It's over with.
So, hey, I like how you tried to beat me to the punch. Because I could have sworn I asked you for the sleeper teams and you never answered.
I did.
Who you say?
I said Gorilla Mob. I've said Gorilla Mob.
I said,
Mac
hold
Dolphin.
on. I said that particularly that is a cop-out, bro.
I gave you two teams and you said that's a cop-out.
They are not a sleeper team. Gorilla Mob has never been a sleeper team.
No,
bro.
Coach Kyle is the one that said he beat them so bad they ran the AYF. So how they not a sleeper team?
He's not a sleeper team, and you know that. That's why you mentioned all the championships that he went to.
That is
crazy. Bro, that was very cute, bro. That was.
That is crazy.
But you're not getting away with that, bro. You're not going to get away with that. Not at all.
That's crazy.
I need to know your sleeper teams. Because I damn near think you want to mention Speed Demon now.
Hell no. Because they gonna beat every. See, the thing is, they're gonna beat teams, but they gotta remember that my guys are still in there, bro. But I mean, I respect what they gonna do, but bruh, this ain't that, bro. Like when we start talking that age group, we talking about the number one team, 3-time national champions, literally 60-1, 70-1, like. It's just if you making me choose, man, I really honestly think Frankfurt Chargers, bro. That's why I mentioned them. The Frankfurt Chargers to be
a sleeper team, bro.
Frankfurt Chargers not a sleeper team either?
No. They were my sleeper team last year. They won the
They were your sleeper team in the damn AYF bracket. They were not your sleeper team all year.
All year. The hell you talking about? All year. Bro, I ain't just now talking about them.
Bruh.
Bro,
why you always lying?
Oh, look.
Why you always lying?
Listen, PA football is the one that put me on them. Hey, bro, you got to check them out. Bro. Matter of fact, you know what? I ain't gotta lie to you. All I gotta do is go screenshot our conversations from last season. Not even last season, the season before that.
This is disrespectful.
So when I do that, then I just want you to come on here and say, just like you did when Bessemer lost to RDE, he wasn't lying. I want you to say how you were saying, I'm depressed. I want you to say he ain't lying, bro, because I ain't gotta lie about them being my sleeper team.
That is crazy, bro.
I ain't gotta lie.
That is crazy, bro. You literally said, if that's the case, man, there is nobody that's a sleeper. Because hell, everybody, I named 3 teams of 3 people that came on. You said they ain't no sleeper.
They ain't a sleeper team.
I'm not going to
name, bro.
I can't say that Speed Demons. Bro, did you not notice Speed Demons as a sleeper team? They haven't won enough games that I would consider quality. Bro. I can't give.
Let's see what all these teams that you just picked as a sleeper team have in common. Let's go with McDolphins.
Okay.
D1 AYF champs.
Fact.
Let's go with Frankfurt Chargers. D1 AYF champs.
Before that, what have they accomplished before that? They took losses in the season.
Let's go with the GMU. What do they have in common? D1 AYF champs.
Absolutely.
How the hell that's a sleeper team?
Bro, how are they not? We talking about teams that took losses.
Oh.
The DMV U9U was better than all of those teams during the
If
season.
you
What are we
are
talking
a
about?
champion, he can't be better than all them teams that they lost to.
How was No Limit not better than Eastside Raiders all year? That doesn't even make sense. They were better than them all year. Literally, they lost to Gorilla Mob.
Hey, I'm saying, bro.
I'm trying. What the hell are you talking about? How can I can't say that the Eastside Raiders is a sleeper team? Why? Because I know they're not beating Bessemer. So it's just like they're gonna come down here, get their head knocked in by Bessemer, and they're gonna go back with a swole eye. They're gonna want to play the rest of the weekend. It ain't gonna be fair to them, bro. It ain't gonna be fair. So no, they ain't sleeping. They're gonna get put to sleep, but they're not sleepers.
HMB said you can't mention a team occasionally. I mean, it's too many teams to talk about, but I definitely had them as my sleeper.
That's
In
crazy.
fact, hold on. In
They're gonna get
fact,
put to sleep.
hold on. Wait. See, this is where I get you. This is where I get you, fanatic. Didn't I do a sleeper team? Didn't I do a show where I had my top 5 sleeper teams? Did I not do that?
Yeah. You did
Okay.
a show where you
All
had
right.
hold on.
No,
You
you
did
said
a
I
show where
waited.
you had 5 sleeper. That's my thing, bro. How do you get to choose sleeper teams and choose 5, 6, 7, 8 teams? That's crazy, bro.
They're
That's
different
freaking-
teams.
You have a sleeper team, you choose one. You don't get to choose 5 to 18. Bro, you don't do this man will do a ranking, y'all, and say, we're gonna do a ranking of 15 teams. We're gonna do a ranking of 20 teams. We're gonna do 25. Bro, when we try to pick the best 5 kids, this man now we gotta do 20. This man can't, bro. That's how we can't. This man can't choose. I'm telling y'all, bro, this dude right here is Mr. Political, bro. I promise you, this man was a politician in his past life. This man was a politician.
Bruh,
He is Mr. Political.
No, bruh. Hey, listen. I think 10 be good, bruh. You just want to slight somebody. I think that fanatic.
Hey, this man will say, I'm gonna add 3 more. I'm gonna add 5 more. Well, damn, at this point, let's just do a top 25.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Say, let's go to 30, or let's do 25 in an honorable mention, bro. Come on. God damn, when does it end?
Hey, Coach Cal says double the amount from last year. Damn, they beat him pretty bad last year. I don't think it's gonna be that much. He said Eastside's gonna get put to sleep by everybody, man. The way Coach came on here, we're gonna have to run everything he said back. He don't believe, T-Street don't believe in him. He said, my guy Fanatics.
I ain't gonna think they're gonna be put to sleep by everybody. Now they a scrappy team. But what I'm gonna let you know, Street, is I'm just being real, bro. When you lose to Bessemer, it's hard to bounce back because it's going to be so bad. The loss is going to be so bad that it's just like, I don't know if they can bounce back the next day. Maybe if they play Bessemer on the second night. You know what I'm saying? Don't play them on the first night. Play them on the second night. Then you can win, feel good, go into the game, a little more loose. Then when you get knocked out, you're not put to sleep. You just got a bad eye. See, but you don't want to get knocked out the first night because now you KO'd.
Hey, man, all I've said is this, bro.
Come on. Hey, Lonnie, Coach Lonnie, come on, bro. 5 sleeper teams. 5 sleeper teams. It's crazy.
Hey, 5, man. Listen, man. Ain't nothing wrong with 5 sleeper teams. Especially they not all in the same bracket. Last time I checked, Frankfurt Chargers, right, was in the 8U last year. Last time I checked, Oakland Dynamites was 12U.
Oh my, that
Last
was the
time, I
most
mean, 11U.
disgusting out of
11U.
all of them.
Last time
That
I
was
checked,
disgusting.
last time I checked, Speed Demon was 10U. So I picked sleeper teams from different age groups, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But hey, Coach Cal, Sunnyside Spillman says, he says, can So Icy Boys coach hit my inbox to set something up. Hey, what's your IG? Sunnyside Spillman, what's your IG?
Oh, damn! Why everybody want to play Coach Kyle? Y'all think he's sweet?
Yeah, they think Coach Cal
Y'all
going
think
to
So
be
Icy?
everybody's
Y'all know something about So Icy? I don't know. If y'all do, tell me so I'm not in the dark.
We need to know what's up with y'all and So Icy. They'll duck another team, but will play So Icy quick. Robert Rivers says, well, I know a team that won the ship. It's not no sleeper team for real, for real. What's the team? Robert, what's the team for sure? I'd love to know. We're trying to get all teams that deserve to be in the forefront. We're trying to definitely do that. But T Street says they lose to Bessemer equals team breakup on a ride back home.
Hey, he's back.
Hey, man. Okay.
NASCAR
boys out of Kentucky.
Hey, Coach, spill me. Let me know something, man. So Icy didn't got soft. Y'all let me know, man. I just seen a lot of So Icy call out, man. I didn't seen a lot, bro. Is they pie?
Let us know something.
Banana pudding? Soft? Like, what's going on, man? Hey, 40 ball is crazy, man. Hey, Streets. Where my dog playing at, bruh? Where my dog Angel playing at, bruh? Because all of this, I need to know, bruh. It's April 14th. I'm going to give you 2 more weeks. May, if my dog ain't got a team by May, he's automatically drafted to the Bessemer Tigers. I'm going to just keep it a stack with you, bruh. If my dog ain't got a team by May, he is automatically drafted to the Bessemer Tigers. Appreciate it. Oh, he said, I was 12U last year. I dropped down to 10, so we got to get the smoke. Okay. Yeah, hit up Coach Kyle, man. He ain't never ducked a game, man. He ain't never ducked a game. Oh, he said we going to the City League. Okay, what team? Streets? Let me know, man.
Hey, so hold on, what I missed? He said, MF just don't mind getting 40 ball. Hey, man, it shouldn't be that many this year. For the games that's gonna get played, that's supposed to get played, it should be straight.
Right.
But Coach says, nah, I was 12U last year and I dropped to 10U, so we gotta get the smoke. All right, Coach, this is your first year at the 10U, so that means that you got a bunch of players that's playing, that you coaching for the first time this year. So I don't know, Coach.
I'm gonna tell you this, Coach. We just had somebody on, man, that would probably love to play you. He say he in Kentucky, right? I got to see what part, but Kentucky only about a 6-hour drive from Cleveland. That ain't bad, Coach. That ain't bad. Go play the Speed Demons. That's not a bad game for you. And my dog, the Seal. Shout out to my dog Darren. Shout out to Coach Cat. They actually having Northern Hospitality in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh yeah, I definitely need to be in that.
Yeah, so you might want to hit up National Sports Chat on Instagram so you can get the information. He could probably shoot you the information over to Northern Hospitality, bro. You definitely want to do that.
Y'all don't want to miss that. And then here's the thing too, man. I just want to give y'all a little bit of information, right? Just a little how to capitalize. If they go to Cleveland, Ohio, make sure that you guys go out there in full effect.
Right.
Because if you guys can make the event worth coming to, worth bringing to y'all city, then y'all will continue to have a bunch of individuals, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Y'all will continue to have individuals like them, like the SEAL, right? Come to y'all city and set up shop, right? Y'all want them to make it worth their while. Because if y'all don't, it may be a very long time before y'all get somebody trying to set up some events in y'all city. So I'm telling y'all need to make an announcement for all other teams that are out there in the Cleveland area, are in close proximity. Make sure y'all go to this event, the Northern Hospitality event, and and make sure y'all go support it. Tell the parents to come out in full effect, because if y'all don't, y'all gonna miss a great opportunity. I'm telling y'all now. Say y'all wasn't warned.
Right. Again, man, when you go out there, bro, just like he said, full effect. I hate when I hear teams say, yeah, man, we travel, man. I ain't traveled 6-7 hours, but I ain't even got I'm missing 5 running backs. Then what? Why would you travel and not have the dogs?
Yeah.
Because nobody's not going to remember you for what you didn't have. Once we put our eyes on you, we remember what our eyes see. And everybody in the chat, y'all know I love the eye test. Y'all know how I feel about my eyes, bro.
Yeah, they deceive. What you gonna
never steal me, never lied.
Your lying eyes for sure.
Never lied, never lost.
HMB says he says Speed Demon or Legacy out of Ohio, 10U.
Legacy.
Damn. You just big coach up.
Shut up. I love the way he talk. I think they're gonna be better than they were last year. You know what? I forgot that I said, hold up. Can I backpedal real quick? I said I'm not giving them Legacy U coaches no credit until I see them play again, because they blew that game for them boys with that terrible play calling. Ask me the question. Put the thing back up there so I can go back and tell him Speed Demons or Legacy. Speed Demons, until I see that them coaches ain't trying to throw the ball to the same kid 10 times in a row.
Yep. Hey, man. I can't argue with that. He says facts. I agree with him. The eye test don't lie. All right, coach. You agree with him now. But when he see y'all team, we gonna see what Fanatic says, because Fanatic he's the person that goes with the team that's already established. So that's why if y'all have any chance of hope of getting any type of notoriety, it will be up to me. Because Fanatic don't do newbies. He don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not true.
The Surge was good. He said, good evening from Philly. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Philly, man. But shoot, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I'm gonna see, cause I know I mentioned something to EF. I'm gonna see if EF is available to come on tomorrow, man. Talk about the EF Classic.
I see posted EF Classic. Hey, that's nasty. They can get them out there. That's nasty. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's a power move, bro.
Yeah, that's in August too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you know, we're gonna do our due diligence. But man, that's all I got for tonight, though.
Me too, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, for sure, man. For sure. But yeah, man, we starting to get a lot more Philly individuals. Hey,
in the building.
I'll say this, because my guy PA Trenches, his social media, he having a problem logging in. But anything that y'all want us to know that's going out of Philly, outside of North Philly Blackhawks, right? Let us know what's going on in Philly so we can get some of these Philly team that a lot of people don't know about some credit. You know what I'm saying? Some recognition, some shine. You know, because all of the babies are equal in our eyes. We just know some teams more than others. You know what I'm saying? And we try to talk about whatever team that y'all let us know. So tonight we learned about a couple teams. We learned about the VA Seahawks.
Right.
We learned about the Hawk Boys. We learned about what's the other team? Let me see. Okay, we already knew about Speed Demon. NASCAR, we learned about NASCAR boys out of Kentucky, right? So those are 3 teams right there. Y'all see I got the pen, man. The pen right here, the pencil right there. And I'm writing it down. You feel what I'm saying? But we gonna stay in touch. Wanted to say I remember my time. My time in Philly, I was using. Bro, you for sure.
Oh yeah, it's definitely time. Close out the show.
Time, bro.
Close out the show.
So I just blocked you. I just blocked you from here to Baghdad. All right. So I'm just letting you know that. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely hit that like button on the way out. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get it out in the algorithm. I appreciate y'all. I'll read these last 2. He says 2 teams from Philly made AYF championship last year, right?
I think so.
He said,
I remember 1. I don't know about 2, but I remember 1.
He says Frankfurt Chargers and what's the other one?
You're right. And North Philly Blackhawks.
Yeah.
They lost to Watkins.
Yep. So yeah. But yeah, man, y'all be easy, bro. Y'all have a beautiful night and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We out.